Greetings everyone, this is Danny from HarrTravel.com, your celebrity cruise experts, and today I have the great pleasure of being on board the beautiful Celebrity Infinity. It's a ship that I've traveled on for many years and I have incredible memories from so many of those cruises, and I can't wait to share the entire ship with you today. Now keep in mind, in addition to the full ship tour, we also have all the rooms and suites on our channel, and we're gonna tour every public space. But before we get started, keep in mind when you're ready to book your next cruise with Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, or Silversea, you reach out to the experts at Harr Travel or book it right on HarrTravel.com. We know we can help craft your perfect cruise vacation of a lifetime for you, your friends, family, or group at an incredible value, and get the Harr Travel signature service every step of the way. Now we've started off up here just one deck above the pool deck. This is a sun deck, so you've got the walking track that goes all the way around. You also have quite a few loungers. If you want to catch some rays, this is a great spot for you. Now behind me, you'll find the pool deck. There's 4 hot tubs set around. You've got the large pool. It's perfect for swimming laps. I do like that they have the gentle entrance with the handles there. And then in addition, you have a smaller pool to the side. Now there's sun lounge space wrapped all the way around. There's also sun lounge space underneath the shade on either side. So you pick the perfect option for you. Now you've got behind me, up above, you've got the bar. You've got another one down below, because every great pool needs an incredible bar experience. And what you're gonna find here on board is it's the crew that really makes this cruise exceptional. They're here to keep you smiling and laughing, pouring drinks. They're also here to take great care. Now you're gonna find that you have delicious drinks served at both bars, and then you've got the pool grill down below as well, where you can take advantage of the hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken and all your favorite grilled items. You can dine right down below here, or you can step on inside to the Oceanview Café. Now anchored right in the front, you're gonna have the stage, so it's got a large dance floor. They had an incredible silent disco there not that long ago, really enjoyed our time. And then of course the bandstand's there as well. As soon as I hear those Caribbean jams start going as we sail away, I know that I'm back in my home away from home here on board the beautiful Infinity. Now, once again, you've got wonderful space to spread out. There's more deck space up front. There's also some more deck space out back if you want to take advantage of some rays. Lots of wonderful amenities here on board. Let's tour the full ship. Now, one of our guests' favorite spots on this ship since the day it was built is the beautiful Salarium. You can use this in every type of weather, and I love the concept that you've got the spa cafe in here so you can have those delicious juices. Keep in mind that you want to stop by in the morning and early afternoon when they have that open. They also have some great spa eats as well. But what this space is all about is this beautiful pool in the middle. You've got the hydrotherapy set up here. You've got all kinds of different jets that come in. You can work your back, you can lay down here with the bubbles, and you can also swim some laps. But what's great about this too is you've got extensive seating wrapped all the way around. You've got 2 hot tubs here, and then stepping down one more side, you're gonna have quite a few more of the loungers. So if you're looking for a wonderful spa type environment, look no further than the wonderful Salarium here on board. One thing that I did want to point out is for the hot tub here, they do have the accessible lift, so it's a great touch if you need that. Perched all the way forward on the top of the ship, you're gonna find this sun deck area. So if you love to get some rays, this is your spot. So you've got this upper area where you've got chairs that are all around, nice large loungers, and then down below you've got some great loungers as well. What I love is when you're cruising in some of the most scenic parts of our world, maybe the Norwegian fjords or Alaska, this is a great spot to get some incredible views as well. So once again, if you like a little bit of sun, this is perfect. If you want those incredible panoramic views, it's great for that as well. Now, one of my favorite additions when they renovated this ship a few years back was the Rooftop Terrace. So you've got these beautiful cabanas, you've got lots of lounge style seating, and anchored right in the middle is the massive LED screen. So this is perfect for first run movies. They also have sporting events. In fact, we're gathering together with some friends to watch some Aussie Rules football up there. But this is a great space, and they'll also use it later in the evening, sometimes for the kiddos. So they use it for all types of different things, and it's also a wonderful place to be when it's sunny outside. Grab one of the cabanas, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Growing up, my dad was a basketball coach, in fact, one of the winningest in California history, and both my brother and I played for him. But as younger kiddos, we started cruising on these ships, we actually would play a lot of basketball together. He'd send us up to do free throw practice. We'd also play some 3-on-3 tournaments. But one of the things that I love is this is a great social space. So they'll have soccer up here, you'll have dodgeball, you'll have basketball. They'll use this for teens and kids as well. But you'll find that it's a great place to get outside and have some activity in the sun. See if I still have anything going today. That's about normal. Let's see if that bank's open. Oh wow, the bank was very closed. Well, I guess I gotta go back to some Rick Berry, see if old school works. Nope. Kareem? Yeah, no, 0 for 4. Let's see if I can do a little old school Steph Curry. Yeah, nothing. Doesn't look like I got anything going today, but yep, 0-4. Now, the Oceanview Cafe is the buffet-style restaurant here on board for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and even later into the evening. We're gonna stop at the very first, most important part. You've got all these delicious ice creams to choose from, and they also have soft serve. They knew I was coming, already had a few already. So you've got delicious desserts here, and well, why not continue to talk about desserts? Right in the middle here, you're gonna find a full assortment of different dessert items. Now, what's great is you can wrap around both sides. It's usually very similar on each side, but I wanted to point that out that we always recommend going all the way to the back to get a seat, especially on boarding day, because it does get a little more crowded up front. Now, first off, once again, this is boarding day lunch. You're gonna have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So for breakfast, they'll have all your favorites like French toast and pancakes, made to order egg dishes. And then as you evolve throughout the day, they'll switch it up. So you've got beautiful choices of charcuterie here. That blue cheese looks incredible. You're gonna see all the different meats. And then as we continue along, you've got the chef's daily special. Looks like some pork parmesan today, potatoes au gratin, beef stroganoff, fried fish. Looks really good. And then as we continue along, they've got some special dishes. So this is Caesar salads made to order there, delicious bacon. You've got some desserts. These specific ones are no sugar added for those of our guests who need that. And I love that they oftentimes have this beautiful Mediterranean setup. All the different feta, you've got all the wonderful different styles of hummus, and I will be back for that a few more times. You got the pita bread just behind, absolutely delicious. You see an assortment of fruits today, and then as we continue along, you've got more of the hot dishes. On this side, you're gonna find some great Indian dishes. Now, they do that every single day here on board, and we love it. They have some phenomenal Indian chefs as well. So you can see delicious food here, and then as we continue along, you've got the salad station, so you can customize your order as you like. Now, I wanted to point out the complimentary drink station. So they have the Nestle Vitality water here. So for lunch and dinner, you'll find different kinds of juices, lemonade, and infused waters. For breakfast, you'll have your favorites, orange juice, apple juice, things like that. Of course, you have ice and water. You've got drip coffee here, so you can have that as well. And then they also have some hot chocolate. That's what my daughter and I stop by for all the time. So you've got hot water here and a selection of teas. Once again, this is all included in your fare. Now, one of my favorite stops is the pizza station. So they always have delicious favorites, and then they'll mix up as they go. Now, this does stay open a little later in the evening. Now, opposite of the pizza, you'll find the made-to-order pasta station. This is where you're gonna find Taylor every single day. They've got quite a few options to choose from, different sauces, and they'll make the pasta exactly as you like. Now, on the opposite side, you're gonna find more of that Chef's Daily Special. You've got your carvery here. In fact, I'll be back for that beef top round in just a few minutes. You've got different pre-made salads here. Of course, they have some absolutely delicious bakery items. I love walking in here, especially in the morning, getting all that smells. You've got even more of the different styles of fruits. And then here you have a Mexican station and then a full garden setup as well. Once again, you're gonna find wonderful items on both sides. A few repeat, but I definitely recommend you check it all out so you can enjoy the delicious meal. Now, all the way in the back, you're gonna find the grill. So for breakfast, this is where you'll find the egg stations and things like that. But you see delicious options to choose from today. You got minute steak, you've got chicken, you've got marinated chicken, and then also some wonderful fish. You continue along, you're gonna find your favorite grill items, hot dogs, hamburgers. They really have it all here and absolutely delicious. Now, I mentioned earlier, I go all the way to the aft. This part tends to have a lot less people, especially on boarding day, but anywhere you'd like to go is great. But the best spot is still to come. It's outside. Let me take you out there now. Now, all the way after the ocean view, you're gonna find this Sunset Bar and Terrace. This is a great place to grab some food and eat. It's a great place to get a drink or maybe even a cup of coffee or tea and relax. This space is beautiful, and personally, I love alfresco dining and I love the aft views, and this combines both for me. You've got the bar anchored right at the middle, amazing bartenders as well. Of course, they're gonna keep you smiling, keeping those drinks coming. This is one of the more popular spaces on the ship. Definitely recommend you spend some time here. Welcome to Cuisine. Now, this is the Le Petit Chef experience here on board the Infinity. Now, it's a really cool and delicious dining experience. I've done it with my daughter and my wife. We've all really enjoyed it. And the idea behind it is they have projectors coming down from the ceiling that shine right down onto your plate, and you're gonna have a battle of tiny chefs to cook for you. Well, there's several different options. That was the one that we had last. But the idea is course by course, there's gonna be a story told, and it's really quite enchanting and unique. Now, in addition to that, this is a beautiful space. Now, many, many moons ago, used to be a conservatory on the far side there, but they converted it into cuisine, and then they added the Le Petit Chef experience. It's a wonderful way to enjoy specialty dining where it's a highly upgraded, delicious menu, and also have some entertainment as well. You can see diverse seating options. They've got tables for 2, 4, even larger tables for up to 10. perched on the top of the ship, like a crown, you have the Constellation Lounge. Now, this is the observation lounge of sorts. In fact, most cruise ships have an observation lounge. I believe this is better than most. And for me, one of my favorite things about getting back on a cruise ship is bringing back all the memories. We had an incredible cruise several years ago on board the Infinity. It was a large family group. In fact, we've lost some of the members of our family since then. And it brings back those wonderful memories of sitting here in the evening, listening to some great music, taking advantage of some trivia, and really having a lot of fun here. Now, you'll see that you've got a stage at the front. You've got a nice sized dance floor. So it's a great place to come up, especially later in the evening for live music. But they'll use it throughout the day for all kinds of different activities. One of the things my wife loves about this is you've got the massive windows here. I love the way that they're angled, so you get an incredible view. And for her, it's the best place to get natural light on the ship to do some sewing. But for me, I love the concept that they have the large bar here that wraps all the way around. You could take advantage of those beautiful views. You see the DJ booth just here behind me as well. And then you're gonna have tables and chairs lining the entire wraparound scenic portion of this lounge. Once again, this is the beautiful observation lounge here on board. You can come up later in the evening to take advantage of some karaoke, some live music, dance the night away, or stop by anytime. It's a great place to read a book during the day as well. Welcome to Camp at Sea. This is the kids club here on board, and I know my kids have had a great time here, and personally, way back in the day, I did as well. What I love is that they're dedicated to making sure that the kids have an incredible time here on board. They'll be learning, of course, there'll be a lot of fun, and whatever it is that your kid's into, you're sure to find it here. Now, they have them divided up into age groups. So this first age group is 3 to 5. So my daughter had her first cruise on Celebrity when she was before 3, but her first cruise in the kids club was at 3, and she absolutely loved it. Did a lot of coloring, playing, and enjoying her time on board. Now, the counselors are dedicated to the kiddos. They all have a background in child development, and they're here, like I mentioned, to make sure the kids have an incredible time. Now, the next stop is for the 6 to 9-year-olds. So as we transition through here, remember, depending on the cruise, the amount of kids might be tweaked a little bit differently to accommodate their needs, but now we've got the next level up. I love on the far side there, they've got video games. I know my daughter loves to play it. This entire wall is all arts and crafts and games and fun. And once again, this is all about making sure that this is the perfect cruise for every member of the family. Next up is the 9 to 12-year-olds. So this is a little bit of a bigger space. You've got a ping pong table, more video games on the far side. You've got even more video games here. They'll do dance parties, have a ton of fun. So you've got tables here, they'll set up arts and crafts. And one of the cool things that Celebrity has really advanced in is that it's a little bit about STEAM. So integrating science, technology, engineering, math, things along those lines. So once again, they're gonna have a great time and have a lot of fun, but they're also gonna learn along the way. Another great feature is when you're visiting, especially exotic parts of our world, maybe you hopped over to Asia or to Europe, you're gonna learn about the destinations that you're visiting as well. Once again, the tone will be very, very fun, but I love the concept that they can learn as well as have a great time. Now, I taught middle school for over a decade, and I personally know that the hardest group to please is the teenagers. And I love that they have a great space dedicated to teens here on board. It is X Club. So it's a 2-story venue here, but keep in mind they also do activities around the ship. They'll maybe do a sports activity or something along those lines where they'll take the teens out and then they can come back in. So you're gonna find that they have pretty extensive video games here. There's a large library. Upstairs, they also have some great video game spaces where teens love to lounge and chill. It's absolutely perfect for that. Keep in mind that they'll also do programming robots, all kinds of really cool science and engineering and technology related items, but it's all about having a great time, meeting new people, and enjoying yourself. So once again, more video game stations, they'll do dance parties, all kinds of fun here in the Club X. Now, one thing that I did want to mention is with the teen club, the teens are allowed to check themselves in and out. So that's once they get up to 13 and above. Below that, at the kids club, you're definitely going to want to make sure you stop by the first day, let them know who can pick them up, drop them off. They'll get that all programmed in because, as you would expect, safety is paramount. So once again, stop by the first day, tour the spaces, get to know the counselors. Your kids will come back and you'll have a great time as well. Now, another great feature of the Infinity is they have a toddler room. So drop-off services start at 3 years old, and of course they do need to be potty trained, but as a parent, I love the idea that you can bring your little kiddos up here and they can have a blast. We've traveled with my son since he was 6 months old. He's still not quite old enough to hop on the main kids program, but we'll bring him up here, he'll play with all the toys, get his energy out, and of course there's usually other kids up here as well, and they have a great time together. Now, to me, nothing says vacation like some time at the spa, whether it's a relaxing massage, a facial, a wrap, or you want to go and take a manicure, pedicure, whatever it is that you like to do to relax at home, you can do it right here on board the beautiful Celebrity Infinity. So you're going to have a wide variety of retail options to choose from as well. So if you want to take advantage of those duty-free prices, I know my wife and I like to stock up on certain things and bring them home with us. Now let's tour the full spa. Now, as we head into the salon, you can get any hairstyle that you'd like. Of course, you can get a brand new revolutionary one, or you can just get done up to head out and have an incredible time here on board. You can take advantage of their partnership with Terrace from Paris, some of the highest ingredients. And once again, you've got the full service salon here. And I love on the far side, they actually have a full barbershop experience as well. So if gents want to get a shave, a haircut, even a facial, you can do that right here. Continuing through, you're also going to have the spot for manicures and pedicures. I love that you can get those gorgeous ocean views there, and they're even, well, big enough for my size, 15 feet. So you can go through the full circuit if you like, mani, pedi, and hair, or you can head to the Persian Garden, soak, relax, and enjoy. The Persian Garden is the thermal suite here on board. If you're booked in an AquaClass stateroom or suite, you have complimentary access, and other guests can, of course, purchase that. You definitely want to stop by on the first day because these passes do fill up. So it starts with a couple of different experience showers. You've got the Bosphorus Mist and the Victoria Falls. I love the reference to Euro-Asia and of course Africa here. On the other side, you're gonna find the Herbal Aromatherapy Suite. So what you're gonna find is a full circuit that you can take advantage of here. In addition to that, you have the Sahara, which is more of a very dry sauna style. You're also gonna have a Turkish bath, which is gonna be much more heavy on steam. And then right around the corner, you also have the Etruscan chamber, very similar to that. So you can kind of work your way from driest to wettest and back and forth. And then of course you could take advantage of the warm bench seats. I love that. I've had back issues for quite a while. These are heated and nice and ergonomic, so you can sit, relax, and enjoy. So you can take advantage of this full circuit, maybe even add on a spa treatment or enjoy the fitness center as well. We stepped just inside one of the treatment rooms to show you what it's all about. So of course you can see the massage table here. It's that perfect place to get a nice massage. There's lots of options. Personally, I like the hot stone massages, but after a long flight, as today, getting here from the US to Europe, I love to do one of the deep tissue massages, kind of get everything moving again before we head out and enjoy an incredible day. Now you also have a wide variety of wraps and facials. There's a full Medi spa here on board as well, so you can get acupuncture, cupping. You can also take advantage of Botox and all kinds of different skin treatments. So once again, if you're looking for a great spa experience, look no further. So now we're inside the fitness center. It's very comprehensive, and essentially you can do any workout here that you can at home. So you're gonna find all of your favorite equipment and free weights, and then they also add in quite a few classes. In fact, right here I'm in the aerobic studio, so you can see they have the spin bikes here, they'll do yoga, different styles of classes. Make sure you check it out on the very first day on board. You can sign up. Some do come at an additional cost, but you can always use this space as you'd like when they don't have classes going on. So I'll use it to come use the foam rollers or the blocks and things like that. So you have quite a bit of cardio all along the front. So you've got the treadmills, you also have the ellipticals, there's some stair steppers. Just behind me, wrapped all the way around, you're gonna find the different circuit style equipment, so you can work your upper body, your lower body, and everything in between. Right around the corner, you're also gonna have all the benches and free weights, along with the different styles of medicine balls. Once again, if you can do it on land, you sure can do it here on board. Midship on deck 9, you're gonna find the Celebrity Eye Lounge. Now, Celebrity's had a partnership with Apple for quite some time. You can come here and utilize the computers. We'll also do classes and things like that throughout the time here on board. Now, right below the staircase here, you're gonna find that you also have a traditional library. Now, I love that concept that you have real books that you can grab onto. So much of the world's going digital, which is a great thing. I love a classic old school book, and I found some of my favorites on board cruise ships. So make sure you stop by. You can get some games and puzzles. Also take advantage of the books, and it's a great place to read as well. So now we're inside the theater. Now it's all the way forward on the ship. You can see the large stage just up front. That's where they put on those production shows that Celebrity's known for. Now keep in mind, based on the length of the cruise, you might have some additional entertainment on board, maybe singers, some additional dancers, musicians, comedians. They really mix it up to make sure you have something great every single day. Now they'll also utilize this space for lectures, can be used for group events as well too. Just let your Harr Travel advisor know and we're happy to arrange. Now you've got the upper level back behind me, you can see it up there. You also have lower level in the middle, and then it's stadium style seating all the way down. So there's not really a bad seat in the house. We stepped just outside to show you the Promenade Deck. You can see they've got loungers set up. They'll add a few more as well. For me, on a sea day, this is a phenomenal place to be. And also, if you're touring some incredibly beautiful places, you're closer to the water, so you can get some amazing views from here as well. Now, the name Promenade Deck came from the old days when people would get dressed up to promenade around and be seen. You can still do that today, but for me, I'm gonna sit right there with a book on a beautiful day. Now, one of the things that I love to do is every time I go on a ship, I like to pick up the logo gear for the ship so I can rep it from here on out. You've got some wonderful options for Celebrity and the Infinity specifically in here. You've got hats and mugs and all of it. Once again, a ton of retail options. Whether you're looking for a brand new wardrobe, upgrading your jewelry, they've got you covered. Now, if you love some retail therapy, you're sure to find it here on board. There's a wide selection of items that you can choose from at duty-free prices. Now, the reason people stock up on them is because you don't have to pay tax, and certain items are heavily taxed. Think about alcohol, tobacco, and things like that. But you also have an enormous amount of jewelry here to choose from. They've got wonderful clothing options, designer bags. In addition, they have used designer bags. It's kind of one of the new things that's out there for. So you can check out and get some incredible items. You've got offerings from Effie. You get some Fabergé offerings as well too that I love. John Hardy, Fossil, all kinds of different options to choose from. Now, if you'd like some luxury handbags, they got a selection from Kate Spade, Guess, Coach, and more. Once again, there's a lot of retail here on board. If you want that new watch, you want to spoil your partner with some new jewelry, they've got you covered. Now, it's our highest recommendation to stop by the Future Cruise Desk while you're on board. You can book your next Royal Caribbean or Celebrity cruise and get promotions that are only offered here on board. In fact, they know you're gonna have a great time. They really do sweeten the pot. And keep in mind, if you booked your cruise with Harr Travel, it's gonna come right back to us. If you haven't and you'd like to try it for the first time, reach out to us before you head on your cruise. We can help you pick out the perfect cruise. You can give them their information, and then we're gonna be able to take care of you, add our amenities on all the way through the process. Now, every time on a cruise, I stop by the art gallery. You can see some wonderful pieces, and they're here to educate you about it. In fact, you can take advantage of those art auctions. You can purchase, and once again, take advantage of some discounted prices. Got a lot of our favorites here, from Brito to Peter Max. I also love the ones from Godard. There's a lot of options here for you to choose from. If you just want to do a little window shopping, that's perfect. If you want to enhance your art gallery at home, you can do that as well. Now, personally, I love gelato. I like it gelat, if you know what I mean. And this is where you can get some delicious options. Now, they make those fresh waffle cones to order, and then here you're gonna find a variety to choose from. Now, it does come at an additional cost. There's plenty of complimentary ice cream, but if you wanna go tops, this is it. Now, if you love a delicious cup of joe, stop by Cafe El Bacchio. Now, this does come at an additional cost, though many of the drink packages do include it. You're gonna find delicious coffee drinks that are espresso based, whether you want your cappuccino, latte, Americano, or just a delicious espresso, they've got you covered. Now, in addition, they have this complimentary snack treat. I stop by here a few dozen times a day. Cookies, absolutely amazing. I love the macadamia nut ones. And then you've got a wide variety of desserts to choose from. And then for breakfast, they'll have some light bites. Later in the day right now, they've got some small sandwiches as well. Now, the coffee shop itself is pretty expansive. It wraps all the way around the atrium area. So you've got plenty of places to sit and spread out. They've got a piano as well. They'll serenade you with some wonderful music. Welcome to Danny on 5. Well, it's really Sushi on 5, but they know me so well here, they've renamed it just for me. I love sushi and I love the way they do it. They have a great assortment of ramens as well. Don't sleep on that lobster ramen or that Kobe beef slider, absolutely delicious. But what it's known for is, of course, all the different rolls, the sashimi and sushi. They really have a wonderful assortment. Now, this does come at an additional cost. If you're in one of those premium suites, it is included, but you can purchase the packages where you can get the dining at a discounted rate. If you want to come here multiple times, as I always do, I do recommend that. There's quite a bit of seating in here. You've got tables for 2 and 4, larger tables in the corner, and then you also have tables looking out at the ocean, but it's all about the delicious fish and sushi and seafood. What better place to dine on that than when you're sailing in the ocean? Now we're inside of Cellar Masters. Now, this is a really nice large bar and lounge experience, but it's also used for tastings. Now, they have the full bar just behind me there. They're gonna mix delicious drinks, and you can take advantage of that throughout the entire space. Right here in the middle, though, they do some amazing wine tastings, and they also have quite an extensive collection of whiskeys. If you want some delicious scotch, they've got that for you, and an incredibly wide variety of wines. So once again, you can stop by for a glass, you can stop by for a tasting and learn all about that, or you can come back a couple more times and do it all again. Now, if you're feeling a little blue, you definitely want to stop by Blue Restaurant because it's going to cheer you up. It's absolutely delicious. Now, this is the restaurant dedicated to the AquaClass and Aqua Class guests on board. So you can have breakfast and dinner here each and every single day. It's a delicious upgraded menu. You're going to find some spa-style cuisine and, of course, all your favorite classics. Now, it is connected to the main dining room, so you can even order off of that menu as well. But I personally, the first time, I wasn't so sure about what to expect. I was blown away. We've come back and done AquaClass quite a few times since. Once again, breakfast and dinner daily. You've got tables for 2 and 4. You can meet new friends. And of course, you've got booth style seating on the far side, or you can sit right by the ocean. Once again, this is Blue Restaurant. It's complimentary, but only accessible for guests that are in AquaClass or Aqua Class. This beautiful space is Lumin. So if you're staying in a suite here on board, you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner each and every single day here. It's absolutely delicious and highly upgraded. They have those signature dishes from Chef Daniel Boulud that I really appreciate. But the other thing that I really like about this is you are connected to the main dining room, so you can actually order off the full main dining room menu, and you can order off of the Lumin menu. You're gonna find this a delicious upgrade and just one of the many reasons you may want to consider a suite here on board. The Trellis restaurant is the main dining venue here on board. You'll be able to take advantage of breakfast, lunch, and dinner each and every single day. This is that a la carte plated meal. It complements the Oceanview buffet. Once again, it really depends on what you're looking for. Now, I've had some incredible meals in this very space. One of the things I love about cruising, it's the perfect opportunity to try new things. Maybe something you wouldn't have wanted to pay for at home at a restaurant, you can try it here and you might just love it. Now, there's expansive seating options. They've got large tables for 10, tables for 2 and 4, tables towards the back, which is my personal favorite, and on the sides. One of the unique features of this restaurant is you got the beautiful staircase right in the middle, so you can dine on the upper or lower area, but the massive windows facing out the aft of the ship is really what it's all about. Now, keep in mind with Celebrity, they have traditional dining, or you can have the Celebrity Select dining, so you can dine whenever you'd like in this dining room. Just let your Harr travel advisor know. We'll note the record and make sure you get what you're looking for. Welcome to the Rendezvous Lounge. Now, this is one of my favorite spaces here on board for a couple reasons. We love listening to music, and it has that classic lounge feel. It's a great place to gather with friends. In fact, you may even want to rendezvous with them, and you've got a ton of seating on both sides. So I love that you have windows on both sides as well. It really lets the natural light in. You've got the stage right in the middle. Had some incredible musicians on our last cruise. They also have the dance floor just in front, so you can kick up your feet and enjoy. It's a great place for a pre-dinner cocktail or post-dinner cocktail, or just to come by during the day anytime. Anchored at the middle, you're gonna have the large bar, and then once again, you've got seating wrapped all the way around. Now, in the Celebrity Solstice launch, one of the biggest hits was the Iced Top Martini Bar. You can see they've got that Iced Top Martini Bar here on board as well. They added it onto the ship in a renovation. Now, it's the most popular bar on ship, bar none. You're gonna find them doing flair bartendering, some really cool things, but it's all about delicious martinis. I've had some of my best sitting right here, and I'll be back in a few. Now, one of the questions that we get asked a lot is about beverages here on board. Now, keep in mind, you can always purchase a la carte, or you can take advantage of the beverage packages. Depending on how you book your cruise, Harr Travel has some great options that include a beverage package for you. And of course, if you go all the way up to the suite, you can definitely get that premium beverage package as well. You can see just some of the offerings here. In fact, I love some of these ones over here. In fact, not sure why they have vodka in a martini bar. It's all about the gin, just saying. So now we're inside the Cuisine Yes. You may have heard of a casino, but this is where they say yes to everything. I don't know about that, but I love that they have a diverse setup here. So you've got all your favorite table games, blackjack, 3-card poker, ultimate hold'em, you got craps, you got roulette, really wide and expansive. One of the things I love though is they also have a hand-dealt poker table. Love to play Texas Hold'em on board. They have a really expansive casino with all the different games. I like the old school ones where you pull down on the handle, but they've got all the new and digital offerings as well. Once again, if you like to gamble on vacation, this is a perfect stop for you. Anchored right in the middle, you're gonna have the casino bar. Now, they'll provide service throughout the entire area, but it's also a great place to watch a game or just sit, relax, and chill. Now, I'm a cruise lover who also has a degree in history. I love this little nook. There's great tribute paid to the SS United States here. They used to have a SS United States restaurant on board, but now they've got this great little gallery. One of the cool things is you can check out menus from the olden days, if you will, but the ship was an absolute classic. It's one of the ultimate ships, 53,000 tons. It's about half the size of this one, but totally differently designed. If you're a cruise ship nerd like me, make sure you stop by. Now, Michael's Club is the suite lounge here on board. It's one of those great amenities that you get with upgrading to a full suite. In addition to Lumin for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the butler service, and so much more, you can take advantage of this throughout your cruise. Now, it's a nice, relaxing lounge space. You're gonna have some light bites that they have for food throughout the time here on board. So maybe for breakfast, you can get some continental style, or maybe before dinner, you can get some appetizers. Here, anchored in the middle is the bar. They're gonna provide phenomenal bar service to you throughout. And they also have that honor bar where you can just grab whatever you want and head on out. Now, there's quite a bit of space in here. You're gonna find seating wrapped all the way around. You've got the large sofas. You also have tables for 2 and 4. And then right here in the bar, you have the high top pub tables. Once again, it's a place where you can sit, relax with other suite guests. And another thing that I love about it is you also have the full concierge services. They're gonna take care of all the details for you. They'll work in collaboration with your butler to make sure you have an incredible time. Now, we stepped just inside the photo gallery. This is where you can purchase the photos that they've taken throughout the cruise. It's always your choice if you want them to take them when boarding or maybe at a meal. I love that concept because you can focus on having fun and they can capture some great memories for you. In addition, they have some great retail options here on board as well. You can take advantage of getting a brand new camera, maybe just a memory card because you took so many pictures, batteries. They have a wide assortment here. It's also the iLounge where they can answer questions about the internet. So if you want to get connected or you have any questions, they can take care of that for you as well. Now, I love a great steak and I love Italian food, and Tuscan Grill brings both together. You can find delicious handmade pastas, all kinds of wonderful assortments from those appetizers and delicious soups, all the way through the big hefty steaks, or of course the delicious Italian meals. Now, this is one of the specialty restaurants here on board. Now, I always recommend pre-booking whenever you can, and then of course, as soon as you get on board, you can add additional reservations. And you've got plenty of seating options here. You've got the large table in the middle that can hold up to 10. You got tables for 2 and 4 wrapping all the way around. Now, I also wanted to point out that they have a private room that they use for chef's table. Let me take you over there now. Now, personally, I always like to be in a room surrounded by delicious wines, and this is a fantastic spot for that. This is where they do the chef's table restaurant experience. It's all in collaboration with Chef Daniel Boulud. You're gonna find delicious options, highly upgraded, and it's one of the most popular, so it goes really quick. Once again, make sure you pre-book if you want an extravagant and exquisite meal. Now, there's no better place to hold a conference or a large group gathering than on Celebrity Cruises, and I love the conference centers that they have here on board. Now, there's actually another one just on the other side. They can open it up for a much larger space. You can set it up in classroom style, board meeting style like this as well, and they've got all the AV that you would need. Now, keep in mind, you want to book this early. In Harr Travel, we have started doing conferences over 40 years ago. It's something that we're really good at. We love groups and we love to take great care of you. But once again, let us know early so we can make sure and secure all the spaces you need, take care of all the travel plans so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy your time. Now, on deck 3, you'll see this beautiful staircase. It's the grand foyer that this ship class was known for. And then just at the bottom here, you're gonna find guest relations. So this is like the front desk of a hotel. You wanna stop by during the cruise. Usually the first day and the last day, it's a little bit busier, but they can answer everything about money. They can answer everything about your room, really take care of all those details. Now, you also have the concierge desk for those who have concierge class. You're also gonna find the shore excursions desk just behind me. Now, I highly recommend you pre-book your shore excursions. That way you're never disappointed and you get exactly what you want. You can also speak with your Harr Travel advisor. We have some unique private and small group options that can take it to another level. I'm sure you can see why we love this beautiful vessel. And when you're ready to book your next cruise with Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, or Silversea, make sure you reach out to the experts at Harr Travel. Book it right on harrtravel.com. We know we can craft your perfect cruise vacation of a lifetime for you, your friends, family, or group at an incredible value, and get the Harr Travel signature service every step of the way. You'll be walking down these stairs with champagne in no time.